Hey, this is Ceyhun Yakup Özkardes and I'm author and I'm helping other authors to 10x their marketing and their sales skills. And today I want to speak about book advances. The reason why I'm telling or giving advice in this topic is because I made a survey and asked other authors what's the biggest wish, what do they want to accomplish. And one thing that is again and again mentioned within the survey is book advances. So I made my research and I wanted to share two basic ideas in order to get book advances, what is very important, and I also wrote a blog article about this topic. So my first advice is when you write your book proposal, it should always be read like a business plan. That's my first advice. So what does this mean? Many people write book proposals and they focus on the content of the book, which is okay, which is fine and very important. But you have to think like an author-preneur. So you have to, yes, you write your content, but at the same time you have to write down what are you going to do for the marketing of your own book. So the publisher will print the book, yes, but your job is to bring the book to the reader. That's your job. And oftentimes people say, well, that's not my job, but it is. It is really. If you want a big book advance, you have to be aware of this and always think about the marketing of your own book. That's very important. That's the reason why when you write your book proposal, you should tackle it like you would start your own company or your own business. Create a business plan, how to market and sell your own book. That's the main thing. So my wife and I, we attended to workshops about business plan writings and spoke with economists and what is your main target, how does your reader look like or your potential customer, how big is the size, how many thousands or millions of potential customers do you have, in which region do they live, what age do they have, what sex do they have. So you have to have all these things in mind when you start to write your book proposal. That's very important. And one very good example is Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss is the author of the 4-Hour Workbook, and that's a great example how analyzing and preparing your book proposal leads to a major book deal. So he never wrote a book before and he got a major book advance from a big publishing house. So Tim Ferriss and the 4-Hour Workweek, he also has a great website where he writes in detail how he got this book advance. That's my first advice. Book proposal should always be like a business plan. Okay, now the second advice is work on your platform. So what does this mean? That's also very important. And the first thing was the business plan, and the second step is, okay, what is my platform? How many followers do I have? How many social media followers do I have? How many how big is my email list? That's also very important. How many people are visiting my website? So it's always the question, how many people are you reaching on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and to show it to your publisher. That's very key. So my definition of book advance is it's a relationship between an author and a publishing house, and the author is convincing the publishing house that I'm going to sell books, that I'm going to move books. And the bigger my following is, the bigger my platform is, the easier I will get a book advance by a major publishing house. That's the logic behind the whole thing. So focus on your platform, and when you write your book proposal, always mention your platform. So one advice would be also work with non-profits. So work with them and be sure that your ideal readership consists of this NGO. So when you want to write, for example, for entrepreneurs, then be a member of an association or an NGO where you can get in contact with many entrepreneurs. That should be your aim. So how many people are you reaching? Can you work for them? Can you do them a favor? And then maybe one day you can write for the email newsletter and speak and write about your own book, so that they promote your book. That should be in your mind. Okay, so the first advice was your book proposal. You should think about how my book proposal is seen as a business plan. That's my first advice. And my second advice was work on your own platform, so that you have a following on different social media platforms or also in the real world. So I hope this serves in order to get your book advance. And I would appreciate if you sign up for my channel, so that you can get more book advice, more advices for authors, how to market and sell your own book and have a greater impact in life. Okay, thank you.